If your name is on the right side, line up on the right. If your name is on the left side, line up on the left.
Make sure you're
in the order of appearance.
This is from the world of Coca-Cola. Right here in Atlanta. Had to represent. Had to represent.
That's cool.
It's embroidered.
It's very
So
cool.
that when I found it, I was like, oh, I have to get it. It's not like printed on, you know? So Atlanta representing internationally Coca-Cola. A lot of people might not know this, but Coca-Cola helped fund Stranger Things the first, a few of the seasons because they have product placements of Coca-Cola and different things, and because it was Atlanta, that's how they got funded for all that stuff. Yeah.
Work in the area that you're in. Okay. We'll go ahead and keep this list up for just a few more minutes, but in the meantime, Chester, let's bring out our next guest. Our last guest of the day.
Okay. People of Earth, put your voices together for the one, the only rock star himself, Thor! Let's go! Absolutely. Let me stranger come! Hello. Hello. In the back. What's going on? How's it going? Good. Okay, cool. We got one good, so I'll take that as the answer for the audience. Should we start? Where should we start? Should we start on the right or the left? Is there a preference? Is there a preference? Should we start over there? Okay, cool. Let's do it.
What was the hardest film you had to see? I mean,
I know exactly what you're trying to say, don't worry about it. What was the hardest scene to film? Yeah, I got it. Okay, cool. Don't worry about it. The hardest film I had to see in was... genuinely, I talk like an idiot, by the way, 100% of the time, so don't worry. Hardest scene I've had to film for Stranger Things was... There's a lot of them, because I feel like it's my entire childhood, and so there's a lot of hard stuff that I had to film for it. Acting-wise, all the emotional stuff is always hard. To sort of like do any kind of sad stuff is always tough for me. I remember like last season though, technically what was hard was we had to do this like one take shootout scene where it's just like all in Will Byers' house, and it took a while to do that, but it was really fun, but also very hard at the same time. Thank you.
What was your favorite movie that you got to act in?
I've been really lucky to be a part of really cool films. It will always be special for me. I just really like that movie, and I love acting with all those kids. Really proud of it. I'm really proud of this movie I did a few years ago called When You Finish Saving the World, which was, yeah, 2 people. Woo! Yes! Yes! Video on demand. Yeah, I'm really proud of that. Those are the 2 that come to mind, but I've been really lucky to be a part of some really cool projects. Ghostbusters, obviously, as well. It was really fun to do. Yeah.
Also, I'd just like to say that you're like my idol, and like I look up to you like so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Listen, my car.
It's very sweet. Thank you so much.
I don't know.
Too. I never really get over that because if I saw myself from the outside, I'd be like, get off the stage. But thank you.
So I was wondering,
to anyone for advice, whether they were alive or dead, who would you go to?
That's a great question. Yeah, again, I like worked with such amazing people that have really given me great advice over the years. I think like Paul Rudd, not to name drop, but Paul Rudd is someone that has been like just acting for so long, and I've been a fan of since I was really little, and he's been really sweet to me about just advice generally. And my dad, and my mom, obviously. I don't always listen to their advice, but I do ask, just in case. Yeah, and then friends, friends of mine. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.
Hi, Finn.
Hi.
My question is, now that Stranger Things is over, what do you see yourself doing in the future? Maybe either producing or still making music?
I'll be on a beach somewhere probably. No, I don't know. I'm not sure, I guess we'll see. I like filmmaking, I love making music. I'll probably do something creative like that. I love acting as well, so, hopefully people will still want me around then. But yeah, I'm excited to see what happens after Stranger Things. It's gonna be definitely like a graduation of sorts.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi Finn, my name is Emmy, and I wanted to know if you relate to Mike at all.
Yeah, I think I do. I mean, I try to relate to all characters that I play. Yeah, for Mike, I think I relate to just like friends being the most important thing, like connection and human connection being the most important thing, and bonding. And, yeah, I mean, being a part of a group, yeah, I think going on adventures with friends, stuff like that, I think I really relate to that. And like accepting friends for who they are.
Thank you, I love you.
Thank you, love you too. That was very casual of you.
Hi. My son Nolan's in the crowd here. We're big fans.
Oh, cool, thank you.
Went to the first Stranger Things con.
Oh, cool, great.
I guess my question would be, what's like your favorite song and something like that?
Favorite song? There's a lot of songs. I don't know. I like, obviously, like the Beatles as a band, I never run out of music from them. So it's always sort of another Beatles song every kind of month that I'll find and really enjoy.
Awesome. My son me just went to Liverpool and London.
Oh, really?
Visit all the Beatles sites.
That's so cool. Yeah. I still haven't done that. I gotta do that. I'm a big fan, I guess. Yeah. Thank you.
Hi, I've been like a huge fan of you since I was 13 and I'm 19 now, so
Wow.
I just wanted to thank you for being like such a huge inspiration in my life.
Oh man.
But,
Thanks.
Yeah. I saw you perform with Calpurnia in 2018 and 2019, and 2019. And I was just wondering, like, what was your favorite experience, like, doing Calpurnia the first time?
Being able to like go to a record store and like just hold your own record in your hand is like the coolest thing ever. Like I don't think I'll ever like that was such an incredible feeling. That and then I don't know. Yeah, we got to play in a lot of cool places in the world. We got to tour Europe. We got to play, this festival in Toronto and Mac DeMarco was like right after us, and it was like this really awesome event. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I was really lucky to do that. And it's a great part of my life.
And also another thing, do you plan to tour the Aubrey's again? Because I saw you taking these and you guys were really good.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. Yeah, we're playing. I think we're gonna play a few shows this year, but some of them are gonna be in Vancouver. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, maybe if I have time. Thank you. Yeah. Hi.
Hi, might be your biggest fan here, my daughter Veda. She just wanted you to say hi to her.
Hello. Hi.
And they want to know, my kids, who's the scarier villain, Pennywise or Vecna?
It sounds like a crowd question. I think Vecna's scared Pennywise because he's just like he's tortures people. Pennywise is creepier, yeah, but yeah, Vecna's scarier to me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey Finn, Mike from Wisconsin, how's it going?
Hey man.
I just want to know if you really understand what I think is like the Finn Wolfhard appeal, like why you're just such an appealing actor. Like I think it's my theory. It's like your facial expressions are just so awesome, and I want to know your reaction as you watch that milk scene from season 1 and like your iconic smile when you see 11 in season 2, and if you agree that like your uniqueness like stems from your awesome like facial expressions.
Oh man, thank you. That's this is gonna be a hard one to answer because I don't want to sound like an insane person. Yeah, I guess I don't know. I don't know why people. That's nice. Thank you. I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, you know, if the facial features thing, I guess you have to. My parent. That's more of a question for my parents. And they are parents before them, and their forefathers.
Like, did you like the milk when when you saw that? And
Yeah, I did not. I never thought about my face during that scene. But I remember milk a lot. I remember also back then I hated milk so much. So much. I hated drinking milk. I was so disgusted by it. So the fact that I got to spit it out over and over again actually maybe was bad. Thank God I didn't have to drink it every scene. They're like, you can spit it out, don't worry. I think they actually used one of the takes where it kind of went out my nose, which is great. Which is how it was supposed to be. But yeah, thank you for the comment about me being appealing. I don't know, man. I don't know. I sometimes I'm like walking and I'm like, what is appealing about this? Like, what? But thank you. It's very sweet of you.
yeah.
Thank you.
Hi, Finn.
Hi.
My daughter and I saw you in Austin, Texas at Waterloo
Oh,
Records.
yeah.
California, and we loved the rapport that you had with your band members.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to know what your favorite memory is with your cast members of Stranger Things.
Oh, that's a hard one. I have a lot of amazing memories. The first scene that we ever filmed for Stranger Things was the very first scene of the Dungeons and Dragons sequence. So it was all of us playing because they wanted us to kind of start with a scene that kind of establishes our bond. I remember that being really fun and funny. And when we won a SAG award, that was like the craziest experience ever because we really thought that we were just like this random show. Like first season, like no one knew what the show was, and we kind of made it like it was kind of our little like secret thing, secret club. Like there wasn't a lot of money put into it or anything. We just thought it was going to be like a cult thing that would come out, and then not a lot of people would watch it. And years later, I would be at a Comic-Con like this, in a room full of like 14 people for like a little reunion. By the way, that's how much I projected into the future at that age, which is crazy. Yeah, when we won the SAG award, it was like the greatest feeling ever. It was like, oh my god, I saw your kids at the back, and they were giving an award, which was the coolest thing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm the daughter. I was wondering.
What? How did you get over there?
I was wondering if you shipped Biley.
What?
I don't know. I don't really ship anyone, to be honest. I don't like shipping, what's the Twilight character? What are those Twilight characters? Bella and, Edward? Yeah, I don't even ship them. I ship my own show. I don't know, you'll have to see it, I don't know.
I'll have to see if you ship it.
We have to see if anything happens. But,
I love you.
thank you. Another casual I love you.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Aspen, and I was wondering who your favorite actor was that you worked with in It.
Weezer. He was my favorite. I had a lot of people, obviously, that I acted with. I loved acting with Sophia Lewis, and I just think she's one of the best actors on the planet. But Jack was like, incredible, and his mind moves weirder than anyone I've ever met in my life. And it was so fun to get to know him and work with him. I'd like to do that again one day, I'm sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm asking this for a friend of mine. He wants to know what is your most favorite scene that you filmed for the show?
Asking for a friend, I would say my favorite for last season. A really fun one was the scene, the like Dungeons and Dragons scene where it's like intercut with the basketball montage. That was really fun to shoot and really fun to like watch. Where it just was like it was just a blast. And also I got to do scenes with Dayton, which I like never really do anymore. Like the first season, so many of my scenes were with him, and we were so close in real life, and so it was a real treat to be able to like still be having scenes with him. Yeah.
That's a really cool sequence too.
Oh, thanks.
Can you say hi to my friend Dante?
Are you done? Is your name Dante? Come on, man. No, of course. Okay. Hello, Dante. May you be well. If you're in this room or not.
Hi, Finn.
Hi.
I love you like so incredibly much, and you saved my life, and I wouldn't be here without you. So thank you.
Jeez,
It means
thank
the
you.
world to me.
Thank you.
So you're welcome. And what's it like to be filming the last season of Stranger Things?
I haven't really processed it yet. We haven't started yet. We start hopefully in August because of the writer's strike. But I don't know. I just want to really like approach it like it's any other season. But also, I'm just really excited to like start working with everyone again because it's been part of my life for so long. I don't really know how the end is going to be. I don't know how emotional it'll be. I guess we'll see. Yeah.
Thank you. I love you.
Thank you. Too. See.
Hi, Finn.
Hi.
I'm Ella.
Hi.
I'm so glad I get to meet such an amazing actor and singer such as yourself. Because you are in the music industry, I was wondering what your favorite concert moment was.
Of playing or watching?
Playing.
Oh, playing. Okay. I remember there was one show that we played in Chicago at this festival called Riot Fest, and and we played, and we went over time by like a minute, and I remember like they cut us off, and I remember it feeling sort of like punk rock to be cut off. It was kind of cool. I felt like Notorious. Like, yes, we've made it. We were too loud. They cut us off. But in reality, we just went over a minute, and they were like, "Yeah, we gotta get to the next better band." So they cut us off. But I remember that being really fun. That show being really fun. I remember. I remember one time I did this thing that I thought was so cool. That in hindsight was very cool. I used to like sometimes on like drum drops or whatever, I'd like kick things into the crowd. I used to kick like water bottles into the crowd, but it would always go up and then down. But one time it was like too full, and I like just kicked it directly into someone. and I don't know where that person is now. But if you're still alive, sorry for that.
Thank you so much. I love you so much.
Thank you. Love you too. Thank you.
Hi, Finn.
Hi.
So my question is, whenever you first started filming Stranger Things, did you expect it to become as big as it did, or receive as much support as it has?
No, I did not at all. None of us really did, to be honest. it was a really, I mean, kind of like I was saying before, it was a really like low-key shoot, really low-key show. Not a lot of people knew what it was, what it meant. Oh, it's a show with monsters. Like, I don't think Netflix even knew what they had, sort of thing. And yeah, it was really crazy. I mean, it was very, like, literally overnight. I mean, after it released, it was like, just like, oh, now everyone has seen it. Like, it was so immediate. So, no, none of us knew, but it happened that way.
Thank you. Love you
Thanks.
so much.
Thanks.
Hi, you are such an inspiration to me, and you've done amazing with Mike, especially since he's such a complicated character. Stranger Things got me through a lot, and I really appreciate you being here today.
Oh, thank you so much.
My question is, if you had a chance to talk to Mike and give him advice, what would you tell him?
Ooh. I would say listen more. Just listen. I don't know. Open your ears. Yeah, that's probably what I'd say.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to know what relationship between Mike and another party member, excluding Ellen Will, you want to see or would have liked to see explored more?
Like a romantic relationship?
No. Just like friendship.
Okay. Romantic relationship?
I know you know ships.
Definitely Dustin. No. Yeah, I mean, I remember like Lucas and Mike's character dynamic in the first season being pretty awesome. Like, I remember, you know, like, sort of the dynamic of like, what is a friend for, who's the leader of the kind of group, like, who makes the decisions, why am I making those decisions, kind of thing. Yeah, I really like that dynamic. And Mike and Dustin as well.
Thank you.
Hi, Finn.
Hi.
So I know you were part of Calpurnia and the Aubreys, and love your work, by the way. You've inspired me to keep going with my music. I'm actually a songwriter and a musician myself. So I was just wondering, what is your favorite song that you guys have produced, and what's your songwriting process?
Thanks, yeah, for saying that. I think there's a song coming out that like next month for the Aubreys, and it's like a more kind of personal-ish song that I'm pretty proud of. We mixed and produced it ourselves, which is the first time we've done that for full on. So I'm excited for people to hear it. That's been like sort of a favorite of mine, but. Yeah, as far as Calpurnia goes, I mean, I'm really proud of that whole EP, that first EP that we did. I know I was really young when I did it, but it's cool to look back and see how like cringy I was, and also how some of that stuff like works and is fun. And then like my songwriting process, I don't know. Usually I just play guitar all the time. Like I'll just walk around my house with a guitar and. Because I always need something to kind of like just, mess around with. And so I end up like writing the music first, and then the melody, and then the lyrics. So like sometimes I'll just do the guitar riff, and then I'll record like gibberish lyrics, but then it'll have the melody, and then later I'll film the lyrics.
Nice. Thank you so much. I love you.
Yeah, love you too. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
Can you say hi to my friends and family who couldn't come here today?
Of course, hello friends and family that couldn't come here today.
And if you could play in any role, regardless of if it's already been made, who would you play as?
I love like comedy so much, and it would have been great to be a part of like this sort of 2000 to 2011 sort of like American comedy scene of like, all the Seth Rogen stuff, all the Superbad stuff, all the just the American, like what American comedy movies were doing back then. I thought were really great. It would have been cool to be a part of that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm just saying how thankful I am to be here and to be able to like ask this question to you. But out of any band or artist that you know, dead or alive, who would you want to do a song with?
Oh man. Yeah, any of the Beatles, any of them. Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
My name is Jackie. When somebody thinks of Ben Wolfhard, what do you want them to remember about you?
Oh God.
Totally a mom.
This will be hard. No. I like the question a lot. It just is like I was more just thinking like, what will people remember from me? I don't know. I'd like to think like that I was just a kind person. Yeah, that I liked people and that I liked to make people laugh and I liked movies and I liked music and yeah, that'll look good on that headstone. I think. Thank you.
Hello, Finn.
Hi.
I'm Victoria.
Yep.
I just want to say thank you. I bet all of us are very grateful for you giving us the opportunity to meet you today. But my question is out of all your characters, which one do you relate to the most?
I think for me the character that I relate to the most that I've played in the past has probably been Richie from It, probably, and then also that movie When Did He Save the World, like for like all the bad parts of me, because I play a sort of unlikable character in that film, and so it's fun to be an actor and to play, complicated people that have different parts of you. Thank you. Love you too.
Hi, so yesterday Melissa asked you what the third Duffer Brothers name is. So can you tell us that, like the story behind it?
Yeah, so there is a third Duffer brother named Pete Duffer, he's been pulling the strings, actually. He's written all of Stranger Things, and he lives in a shed. The Duffer brothers keep him there because they're afraid to let him out. And, yeah, me and Joe came up with this bit, basically, that, like, none of Stranger Things is, like, the Duffer brothers are just the face of it, and that there's a third brother named Pete Duffer who has no hair, and that he just lives in a dungeon and just here you go, guys, and then his hand sort of shakily gives it to them, and they're like, oh, great, thanks, go work the next season, and then they like slam the door on him. So that's Pete Duffer for you. Yeah. I wonder how many people in this audience are gonna like Google this afterwards and be like, wait, is this true? Thank you.
Okay, hi, I'm Claudia,
Hi.
and I wanted to ask, in the first two seasons, we see that Mike's mental health isn't that great, so I was wondering how you think that has developed in the past two seasons, where his POV has been less of a focal point.
I think he's pretty, like, Mike, like, mentally, I think he just kind of cuts people off. Like, I think that's his way of sort of getting through, being, like, I don't know, just, like, depressed or whatever, and just, like, seemingly that's why he's sort of, like, sometimes doesn't know when people are talking. That's why he's clueless, I think, a lot of the times, because he's kind of, like, shutting himself off so that he can shut down. Yeah, I mean, it definitely is a less, kind of, like, definitely, like, less personal journey with Mike in maybe the last season. But I think 5 people will be happy with his journey.
forward to seeing the end product with the movie magic added.
Yeah.
So is there a scene from season 4 or 3, 2, 1 that you were excited to see, with the magic?
Totally. That's a great question. So thinking on your feet.
Thank you.
Nice. I would have been like, do you like choose? To be honest, like it's such a dumb question, or such a dumb answer, but like that would have been bad. I swear it's such a dumb question. No, it's a dumb answer, but like all of it. Like I don't. Sometimes like you're not working with practical effects, and it's all just green screen, and like, you don't know what it's gonna look like. And then when it's all there with score, it's like a really different experience. I remember I was really excited to see like the first season when I jumped off the cliff and I'm like floating back up. I remember being like really excited to see what that looked like because I had no concept of what that was gonna look like. So I was really excited when I saw that for the first time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I was wondering, what's your favorite behind the scenes moment?
Oh, there's a lot of those. There's been times where like I remember one specific where it was like we were all really loopy, it was late at night, it was during season 2, and we're hanging out outside the buyer's house at the studio lot, and there's like a fake lawn outside with like it's like just what is that called? Like turf, like just turf grass. And we were all playing like we were doing airplane, which is like when you're like your back, you're on your back and then you have your legs up and someone else is laying like like this, and so it's like you're suspended above them, being held by their feet. And I remember like I was on Joe. That was kind of weird. I was flying an airplane with Joe Keery. And I remember like it was like we were losing our minds and we were all doing airplane. And it was like one of the funniest. I don't know why I was like crying laughing because it was like the funniest thing ever. But yeah, that's kind of a fun, weird memory that I had from it.
Thank you so much.
By the way, this isn't a thing that me and Joe do. Like this isn't like oh yeah, me and Joe in the trailer we used to go play airplane together. That's not a thing. There's a whole cast who's doing this.
Hi, Ben.
Hi.
I was wondering if you had to choose between acting and like making and producing music, what would you choose? And also going off of that, is there anything you can tell us about the new music you have coming out with Malcolm? Like something you're most excited about or most proud of?
It's really hard to say like what I'd pick because both are really different parts of me. So like when I act, it's I don't know. It's just a different part of my brain that I'm sort of stimulating. Whereas like when I'm making music, it's very like inward and like very like a lot about just writing a ton of stuff and throwing it at the wall and just doing it all by myself, sort of thing. And sometimes with people, sometimes with Malcolm, or sometimes with other songwriter friends of mine. So it's really hard to pick because they're both so different. But there's something great about making music. I mean, it's really solitary. I think when you do it for a long time, though, you have to kind of get out into the world because it can be kind of a hole sometimes. But yeah, I'm really excited. I'm releasing this like a music video and a single next month with Malcolm. That's like sort of about like moving out of your parents' place and sort of like figuring out new, being a young adult and how hard it can be, sort of thing.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi.
Hi.
I was wondering, what was your favorite movie or TV show to film?
To film, I would say I love filming Stranger Things, I love filming It, and I love filming Ghostbusters. Those are all like so insanely fun to film. And yeah, I may even look back at like, small little music videos that I've done too. Those have been incredibly fun as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi. How excited were you when you got to be in a Ghostbusters film?
was very excited. I didn't really know what I was kind of taking on, and it was a hard thing to kind of grapple with. That like you're kind of, even though it's a different movie, you're still following a bit in the footsteps of like these giants, you know, these amazing comic giants. So, you know, it's a very different, obviously, experience and different kind of tone of the movie. But it was a little nerve-wracking, but really fun. And I made some like lifelong friends on it, so it was great.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Finn.
Hey.
This is like a random question, but like, what kind of books do you read?
I'm the worst reader ever. I like, by the way, I keep putting myself down. I'm just saying, I'm the worst reader. I'm cool sometimes. Yeah, sometimes, exactly. I like transgressive fiction, which 99% of this room should not read, because they're all young, and it's all dark and weird. But yeah, I like you know, Chuck Palahniuk and you know, like who wrote Henry, I can't even remember his last name. Who wrote like Post Office and Barfly and stuff. Dark. Yeah, dark comedy I like reading a lot.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Hey, fam.
Hey.
So, my question is, in season 4, the freezer scene, when you did the monologue, that was very impactful. And you touched on some of your insecurities and your feelings, deep feelings for Elle. So in season 5, do you think we will see something similar on Elle's part to you? Do you think that she wants you, and do you think that he needs to hear that?
Oh, that's really interesting. Yeah, I mean, I think he probably knows that she thinks all this because, you know, I think there's a reason why he says it is because I think he's been waiting to say it for a long time. And I think she's been waiting for him to say it for a long time. I do think it's an interesting thought though, having that reciprocated. Yeah, I mean, I think so. I don't know. I would hope. I think that's a really great question and thought, though.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
Hi, Finn.
Hi.
If you could be any other character in the cast, who would you be?
I would love to play. Dustin's a great character. He's so funny, and like I love always a comedic relief and someone that has a lot of flares. And Gabe's really good at that. So. I love Dustin. He's a great character.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. I have a really random question.
Yeah.
But out of all the dinosaurs in the world, what kind of dinosaur do you want to be?
Yes. Only question I can answer with full confidence. I don't know. I feel like I'd be a Brontosaurus. It's like long, lanky. That's the one that eats like leaves, right? Yeah, that's me. Brontosaurus, baby. Yeah, thank you.
Hi, Finn.
Hi.
And I want to ask, back in 2019, you had a mullet, and I want to know if you're ever going to bring it back.
I think my friends and family would hate that. I like mullets. I was thinking about sort of this. I was like, should I do a mullet this summer? And then I was like, I can't cut my hair because Stranger Things. So maybe the mullet will make a comeback. I don't know. I think there's much. You know, there's more people out there that can pull it off better. I would say. So maybe not. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll go shaved head. That'll be interesting. That would be interesting. That would be. Oh, I got 2 groans. I'm gonna do it even more. No, I'm gonna do it. I'm like a pro wrestler who's a villain. I come back with a shaved head. Let's see. Thank you for the question.
Hi, Finn.
Hi.
If you had to pick a theater production to be in, what would you pick and why?
That's a great question. You know, I've really never done theater. Like, I haven't done any professional theater before, and I would really love to. I love like Kenneth Lonergan stuff, like This Is Our Youth, and Lobby Hero and stuff like that. I think his plays are great. So yeah, Kenneth Lonergan. Yeah.
And I was wondering, my friend couldn't make it today, sadly, but could you say hi to her? Her name is Jameson.
Okay. Hello, Jameson. Sorry you couldn't be here. Is that it? I wonder if that's her actual name. Hi.
Hi, Finn. I'm a theater teacher in Dallas, and I've had students who have gone on to be successful in the business who chose to go to college or a conservatory, and I've had some that who didn't, who have been successful and have just gone on and did it. So my question is, if you were giving advice to high schoolers, would you advise them to pursue training post-high school, or would you tell them just to go for it?
It's a great question. And I think a lot of people maybe would want to hear like, don't go to school, but I don't necessarily agree with that. I think it really depends on the person. I think that for me, I didn't end up going to school, but maybe I would have if I didn't, get Stranger Things so young. I think school's a good place for you to mess up, like, all the time. I think that you should be able to mess up. I think, subconsciously, I think when I was a kid and I was acting, I didn't realize that there was more, that I put more pressure on myself than I thought, because I was so famous so young, I didn't feel like I had the chance to mess up privately or to make a mistake privately, even career-wise, or not even career-wise, but just bad performance-wise, or just whatever it was. School's a good place to test out what you like and what you don't like, and but at the same time, if you have the opportunity, take it. Take the opportunity always. So it's really what your personality is. If you're a person that just wants to jump in the fire and do it, then do it. If you want more of a smoother transition, I mean, even people on Stranger Things, went to, Joe Keery, he went to school, he went to DePaul, and studied at the conservatory there, and he loved it, and it really depends. My godbrothers were brilliant musical theater, and the actors, they went to Carnegie Mellon and are acting, and they really liked it. And then I have people, friends that showed up to an open casting call one day, and it just happened for them, So it really depends for every person, but I would say you could really do both and be successful in either one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Finn. My name's Jacinda, and I wanted to say that you're a menace for kicking water bottles at people, by the way. And
Menace, yeah, it's a society. That's what they call me.
And I wanted to ask, how was it working with Jesse Eisenberg, and what can you take away from that experience for when you finish Saving the World?
He's one of my favorite people, and someone that I got a lot of incredible advice from, and I really relate to as a person. And yeah, was incredibly supportive as a person and as a director. Yeah, I don't know. I just think he's the best. I think he's one of the best writers. I think he's so funny. I think he is so weird. And I really related to him in a lot of ways. So I remember him giving me a lot of great he's a super anxious person, and I remember me being anxious on set, and him just feeling that, and being really good at helping me be less anxious, because he let me know that he was kind of there with me with it all. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I felt that. I get anxious a lot too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
So first, I would like to say my brother couldn't ask a question, so he wanted to ask could he be your friend.
Yeah.
And also, what was the most challenging role you ever played?
Yeah, we'll be friends, man. Let's do it. And then did you see the most challenging?
Yeah.
Most challenging, I would say that when you finished Saving the World was really, really tough. And probably the most fun I've had also acting before is because I just like got to do scenes with Julianne Moore, and she's like one of the best actors ever, and yeah, did a lot of like, I did the first sort of, like obviously I'd done character work before, but like this is kind of the first role where I really dug like super deep and like into like lots of, you know, not so great feelings, and lived in it for a while. So yeah, that one was tough, but really great fun.
Also, for the last thing, can you say hi to my friend Kinley that couldn't be here?
Yes, hello Kinley, couldn't be here. So much to answer that phone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
I wanted to see what your favorite quote from all the Stranger Things was.
That's a great question. There's a lot, obviously, of dialogue that I really love in that show. I think the one that pops up to me is in the first season, after they find that Joyce finds that Will's body is stuffed, and she goes outside, and Jonathan's like, what the hell is wrong with you? You know, like, what, you know, we need to plan a funeral for Will, and she's like, okay, I know I sound crazy. It is crazy. I sound crazy. Like, and then she's like, she does that thing where she's like, I'm gonna bring him home. That whole speech, I think that's like the best, some of the best piece of like writing in the whole show. I loved it. Hi.
What was the hardest scene to film? I mean, what was the scene took the longest to film?
Took the longest to film. I think with me in it, I think it was. You know, there's been sometimes I mean, that last sequence in the mall in season 3 took months, like months and months and months. You know, where we killed Mind Flayer I mean, it was even longer for people who were like up on the balconies throwing. I remember they were throwing like Joe, Kiri, and Meinhof and Charlie and Natalia all had to throw fake fireworks in the background of like scenes, and they had to do that for like a month. Like no acting, just throwing in the background, throwing fake fireworks. And like people missed weddings, people missed like birthdays to be in the background. Just like so bummed, like throwing fake M80s. That one took super long. So there's a lot of moving parts. Thank you.
Hi. I was wondering if in the Goldfinch, whenever you had to do the voice for Boris, did it come naturally or did you have to take lessons?
Thank you so much. The one person who's on the Goldfinch. I did like Ukrainian accent for that. None of that came naturally. I had to do. I mean, I watched a few videos and stuff for the audition, but then this amazing dialogue coach Christina came in, who was originally from Russia, moved to New York, was a filmmaker. We sort of like tried to do this accent where it wasn't just straight Russian because the character had moved, born in Ukraine, I think, and then like moved everywhere. So it kind of had a crazy accent. So it was all pretty deliberate. And each, like, if there was a word that I didn't get right, etc., or syllable, she would come up and sort of tell me. Yeah.
Thank you, Adam. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And then,
Hi.
so is there going to be a new Ghostbusters movie with Trevor?
There is. Yeah, I just finished like 2 weeks ago. Amazing. Yeah.
Can you also say hi to my sister Callie?
Hello, Callie. Yes.
Thank you, I love you.
Thank you, love you too. That was part 2 of the question.
Hey,
Hi.
Okay, so I had 2, but I'm gonna pick this one. Favorite fan gift you've ever been given?
Oh, I had one in Germany recently where someone, it's crazy, it was like a piece of stone, like a piece of stone that someone with a needle carved my like cat's face into it. Like it was like perfect, but it was perfect. It was like perfect detail. Someone chiseled into a piece of stone. It was insane, borderline psychotic, but like incredible. Like I took it home, I showed it to my whole family. I was like, this is amazing. I thought it was amazing. That's one that I remember. Just, oh my god, like just so flattered by it.
Very cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, so my question was also taken, so I'm pivoting.
Pivot.
Based on the gentleman over there who asked about the season 4 monologue with you, I'm curious, with Will and Mike at the end, obviously the pain that you see with Will in that scene in the van where he's crying, can you talk about that, where do you think that's going to go?
Yeah, I think they're, for season 5, obviously they have to wrap a lot of stuff up. They have to really, end storylines with a respectful ending. And I think the Duffer Brothers have taken a lot of time to sort of perfectly end that part with Will's storyline. And yeah, I mean that was a really tough scene. Obviously because knowing Mike is very he doesn't even understand what is going on. And so I had to kind of play someone that was clueless, but me knowing as a person how hurt Will is, it was very hard to kind of do that, because all I kind of wanted to do was be just listen to him. It's very obvious what he's trying to say to you. And so I had to be what? I had to very on purpose be I don't even get what he's talking about. What am I gonna do? Look out the window. Here's years of childhood trauma that he's telling me, and I'm oh, that's cool. Oh, look at the desert outside. That's cool. And he's crawling out the window. It's oh god, this is hard to do because you want to care, and Mike just hasn't figured it out yet, but I'm sure he will.
Also, one of the team members here thought about your dad, so I was curious if we thought about your dad.
I thought that exact thing. It's so weird. You look exactly like my grandpa. It's crazy. Not in the way of you being older, but just the whole vibe.
Right.
It's a flat. Take it as a flattering compliment.
All right, I'll go on vacation with the family.
There you go. That's it. All right, I'll see you in Cancun, man.
Hi, it's Elena in Olaf again. I was just wondering, what would you want Mike's happy ending to be?
I would want him to leave Hawkins, I think. That would be, I think, a good way to sort of, I think it would be a cool way to sort of tie it all up. But I don't know, I hope everyone just ends up being kind of happy. I'm sure it'll be bittersweet, but yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, I love you.
Thank you, you too.
Hi Finn, my name's Oliver.
Hey.
And my question is, what was your favorite location to film at? Starport Mall, Wheeler's house.
I think, oh man, the mall was incredible, the inside of the mall when they changed it over, it was so great. The roller skating rink, the roller rink was the most fun because the whole, they had all these roller skates that were every person's size, so at lunch, the whole crew, everyone would get up on the roller rink and we played music. It was a party for days. So it was really, really fun. Yeah.
Starport Mall is my favorite place that you guys film at. I just love it. So.
It looks great. I think it's still there.
Yeah.
Is it dead? Oh, it's abandoned? What's it gonna abandon? Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah. I wonder, that was an abandoned mall before we went in. It was sort of a haunted mall because it was very decrepit. I think someone was found dead there. It was really dark. Yeah. So it's known, but not maybe before we were in there. It wasn't like we walked in and yeah. That was a great location, really fun. I mean, that's my favorite stuff, is when we can actually go to a real place and film, obviously studio stuff's great too, 'cause it's convenient, but being able to go to like a real life place. I mean, even the desert being as kind of pain in the ass as it was, of how hot it was, how many dust storms we had last summer, like it looked so good. And being out in the country like that is really cool. Thank you.
Hey Ben, how are you? I'm Tristan.
Hey man, you're good.
If you're into metal, what are your top 5 favorite metal bands?
You know, I'm not hugely into metal, but I love older metal, sort of, like early Metallica, Iron Maiden, like early Iron Maiden's great. Even like, there's stuff, like I mean, this isn't really metal, but like super heavy Nirvana, like Bleach era, like there's like really basically heavy metal stuff on that. That's amazing.
Bleach and In Utero are the best.
Yeah, they're great. I mean, Nevermind's awesome too, but in different. They're the most, I would say they're like In Utero and Bleach are the most sort of like raw ones that I think they're great. But yeah, I would say that. I've never been, like, it's not, I like punk too, you know, like punk is great, 70s punk is great, and like, I just haven't been into like newer-ish metal. But yeah.
Yesterday, Millie, when she was on stage, she mentioned, I believe it was you, that you never answer your phone. Why is that?
It's true, I don't. She did call me. She called me yesterday, and I didn't answer because I was driving to a wedding. That's true. You can tell her. Tell her for me that I was there at a wedding. Yeah, I don't answer my phone because I am bad at it. Like literally, I'm just like, I put my phone away, I'll put it, like, I'll lose it at my house. I'm like really, genuinely bad at that. So apologies to anyone who's gonna call me, I guess. Yeah.
Thanks, man. Have a good one.
Of course, yeah, you too.
All right, we got one more question on your left side.
Great.
Hi, I'm May. I'm from Maine, and we have a pretty famous writer from Maine. I think you might know him.
Yeah.
Stephen King. He's kind of,
Of course, yeah,
a little bit famous. I don't know if you've read any of his stuff, but I'm just wondering if you thought of doing any other work on any of his stories.
Yeah, I mean, he's that. I mean, like I've read some of his novellas and they're great. But yeah, maybe one day. He's a genius, obviously, responsible for so much amazing stuff. So much of stuff that has been made into like such incredible stuff. So like, I would never want to like remake any stuff that's already been made, but I would. Yeah, I'd be really interested in like reading other stuff for sure, and maybe being a part of it.
Great, thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, let's give it up. All right, we have autographs coming up. You guys, your questions were awesome. They were great. Have you